So beyond the CE and the exhibitors on the trade show floor, we have a lot of fun networking opportunities for the appraisers. So Monday on October 1st, we have Vendors and Lenders Live, and that's a new session that we're offering. We're going to have the vendors present at Valuation Expo and some of the lenders do a 15-minute no-pressure session. Again, you'll be able to engage with them directly, ask questions and answers. If you have been in a problematic situation and one of the resources is there for you, you can talk to them about it. And then we also on Monday roll into our trade show opening reception. So this is probably one of my favorite parts about Valuation Expo. It's a lot of fun for the new attendees to be able to meet new appraisers, open talk casually with the vendors, and really get to know what's going on in the industry.
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast, helping appraisers increase their efficiency, quality, and make more money. Here's the guy who makes it his life's mission to create value for real estate appraisers nationwide. Your host and the Appraiser Coach, Dustin Harris.
And welcome, everybody. Dustin Harris hanging out with you again in the podcast chair. Got an amazing guest with me in just a few minutes. Can't wait to tell you about the Valuation Expo coming up. I first want to pause here and remind you about our three sponsors. We, of course, are sponsored by Alamode Software. Alamode is the software that I've been using for over 20 years. You should be as well. Go to alamode.com or call them at 800-ALAMODE. Again, it's alamode.com. DataMaster, of course, is rolling out DataMaster 6 across the country. You want to be on board, folks, when this comes to your city. Go to Datamaster USA and check it out. Find out if they are in your area and when Datamaster 6 will be rolling out. But don't wait for Datamaster 6 because Datamaster 1, that's right, 1.0 will save you 30 to 60 minutes per report. DatamasterUSA.com is where you want to go. Again, DatamasterUSA.com. And finally, we are sponsored by Working RE Magazine. Working RE Magazine has been a sponsor of the program from the very beginning, folks. It is the place that I go to find out what is going on in the appraisal world. Again, it's WorkingRE.com. One more time, WorkingRE.com. Well, folks, as we do every year, have an opportunity to have somebody on from the Valuation Expo. It is coming up very, very soon, and I have on the line with me Ms. Melissa Kendolfi. She is the marketing director for the Altera Group. Welcome to the program, Melissa.
Hi, Dustin. Thanks for having me today.
Well, it's super, super good having you on. I really appreciate you joining me. I'm super excited coming up. We got the Valuation Expo. Tell me, where's it going to be? When's it going to be?
Yeah, it's right around the corner. It's October 1st through the 3rd in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Flamingo Hotel and Casino.
Love Vegas. My listeners know how much I love Vegas.
Yeah.
Party town. Okay, good. So October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd in Las Vegas. You're again at the Flamingo. You've been there the last couple of years. It's a great venue. And tell us a little bit about what my listeners can expect.
Yeah, so Valuation Expo this year, we're rolling out a schedule that's a little bit different than the past couple of years. For starters, we definitely want the listeners to know about the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac UAD joint initiative.
Okay, so this is really, really different than what you've done in the past. So talk to me about what that means, because I think appraisers are going to be interested in this.
Yeah, so Tuesday on the 2nd, we're going to kick off with Fannie and Freddie, and they're going to be asking feedback from the appraisers. They want to talk to the appraisers in the field. They want to know how to improve those forms.
Okay, now I got to pause you, Melissa, because you know that my listeners are now jumping on the computer right now, signing up, saying, "Are you kidding me? Like Fannie and Freddie are actually going to take questions from me? They're really going to take questions, and they're not going to cut it off after the first two, right?"
No, they're putting this whole seminar together because they want to hear from the people who are using the forms. They want their feedback. They want to hear it from the appraisers. Love
it. So just to make it clear to the listeners, I'm sure they've already heard through the grapevine. We've talked about it here on the podcast that both Freddie and Fannie are in the process of revamping the forms. And this is, folks, think about this for a second. When was the last time you saw a major change in the forms? It's been a while, right? And when that happens, it typically lasts for a while, years. What happens in this transition is going to affect you appraisers for years to come. So get to the Valuation Expo, get your voice heard. You're telling me, Melissa, that they're going to open it up. Appraisers that are there, appraisers that sign up can raise their hand and ask questions or make comments directly to Fannie and Freddie.
Correct. Yep. The presenters that are going to be there, they're going to be asking questions. They're going to be engaging with the audience, and they really want to talk to the appraisers.
Okay, perfect. I want to get into the speakers a little bit more in just a little bit, but let's first set the stage. So you've got 3 days, October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. I've been to the expo for years, every year for the last, 6-7 years. And so help paint the picture, if you don't mind, for maybe somebody who's never come to the expo. When they show up at the Flamingo, what do they see? What do they expect?
So, the Flamingo is just an exciting hotel in itself, so there's going to be a lot of activity going on there. So if you arrive a couple of days before Monday, there's definitely going to be things for you to do and keep you entertained. Registration is going to be opened up on Sunday, so you'll be able to come pick up your passes. But we kick off Monday. So Monday, we're actually going to start with a little bonus CE class from the Appraisal Institute. And Craig Steinley is going to be presenting that. So that's an additional 4 hours of CE.
Now, when you say additional 4 hours, beyond what? What's the standard?
So, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we're going to have 14 hours of CE, but we're giving, the attendees an opportunity to gain an additional 4 hours of CE on Monday, October 1st, with a premier course offered by the Appraisal Institute.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So what you're saying is if you just attend those normal days, you're going to get 14 hours. But if you attended that extra class, you can actually walk away with 18 hours of CE from this.
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome. Super cool. Okay, cool. So I was reading on your website, you've got the 3 words: learn, network, and prosper. What does that mean?
So really, at Valuation Expo, we pride ourselves on giving all of the attendees the opportunity to learn, network, and prosper. You're learning for your business with the up to 18 hours of CE. A great thing about Valuation Expo is that CE is submitted for approval in all 50 states. With the networking, the trade show floor is going to have over 30 exhibitors, as well as hundreds of other valuation professionals and appraisers on the floor for you to network with, get their names, get their information, and grow your business.
I think I'm going to pause you there for just a second because I want to emphasize this. I really want to punctuate it for the listeners because if they have not been before, folks, I'm telling you, if you do no CE at all, okay, and which would be stupid, by the way, you need to get your CE, right? But if you did none at all, the conference is worth the networking in and of itself. And it's not just networking with vendors, which is incredible. If you've got over 30 vendors on the floor, myself included, by the way, I'm going to be there. Okay. You have an opportunity to get to know AMCs, to talk to them directly, to talk to software vendors, to talk to insurance E&O providers, to talk face to face with these people that are usually just over the email. But not only that, folks, you have an opportunity to network and associate with other appraisers. And that is huge.
Yeah, we see a lot of the attendees that are returning are because of the networking opportunities. They love the chance to even touch base with current clients, see what's new for the industry, and of course, meet the new clients.
Yeah, in this last word, prosper, tell me what that means to you, and I'm going to tell you what it means to me.
So prosper, we want to be able to give you guys, the appraisers, the opportunity to grow your business and earn more money. And that's the goal at Valuation Expo.
So Melissa, in the past, and again, it's going to be this year as well, I have an opportunity to broadcast live from the vendor floor. And typically what I do is I will pull in anybody that I don't force you into the chair, okay? But I like to grab appraisers that are walking past, say, hey, talk to me for just a second. Just sit down and just talk into this microphone for just a minute. And I cannot tell you every single hour of that conference, I have at least some appraiser, unbeknownst to me, I didn't prompt them to say this. They simply say, you know what? It's all been worth it monetarily because I met so-and-so, or I made this connection, or I found a new AMC that I didn't even know existed out there and I'm going to be working for them, or I now have an opportunity to work with a VA and I didn't before because I talked to them at their booth. I'm telling you, folks, if you're worried about the cost, don't look at it that way. It's not a cost. It is an investment. You will walk away with prosperity because you had an opportunity and made the time to attend.
100%, Dustin. I couldn't agree more.
Awesome. Okay, so we've got 3 days. We got October 1, 2, and 3. We're at the Flamingo. Okay, now I guarantee some of my listeners, because they ask me this all the time. They say, Dustin, come on. I mean, there's multiple conferences out there, many of them national, some of them regional, sure, but there's multiple even national conferences out there. Why is this one different than all the others?
So many, listeners might not know this, but this is our 15th anniversary of Valuation Expo.
Holy cow. Wow.
Big one. So we are really proud that we can stand beside the fact that we are the number one appraiser conference in the nation. We have people from all over the world attending the conference. People call us, a year in advance asking when the next dates are, where is it going to be? They want the information. And that just shows how eager people are to attend the event. And that should prove to the attendees and new attendees that it's somewhere you need to be.
Well, and I'll tell you, the announcement that you made here first thing today about Fannie and Freddie, I tell you, the direct connection that you can have with regulators, with the big guys, if you will. I've never seen a conference that gives you more direct contact with those types of individuals, and the opportunity to really shape, our future, our regulatory future, and what things look like down the road.
Yeah, it's definitely, a huge selling point, not only for the event, but for the appraisers. If you want to get involved, here's your chance.
Perfect. One of the great things about the Valuation Expo is the opportunity to associate with other appraisers, but to associate with vendors. And some of the great sponsors that are here on the Appraiser Coach podcast are also in person. It's one of the reasons I really love coming to these conferences, is the opportunity to associate with those that sponsor the program here, that I use their services. One of those, of course, is DataMaster. I see DataMaster at most of these conferences, and I'm sure they will be there this year. DataMaster is the opportunity for you to save 30 to 60 minutes per report. That's an opportunity for you, my friends, to not look at a cost, but an investment every single month that you have an opportunity to use DataMaster. Folks, what does DataMaster do? Well, it downloads information directly from your MLS, directly from your tax records into your report. No matter what software you're using, DataMaster will save you time. It will save you money. Go to datamasterusa.com for more information. One more time, it's datamasterusa.com. We are sponsored by Alamode Software. Alamode, of course, is the software that I have been using for years, folks. There's a reason I use Alamode. I use it because it saves me all kinds of time, because it allows me to do more with less. I was just working on a report before I got on with Melissa today, and I can't even believe how often I am just blown away with what Alamode does. The opportunity to, for example, get in the grid and look at all of your comps at once. At once, folks. You're not jumping from page to page. They're all there. You can make adjustments across the board rather than down. It is an amazing program, and that's just one of the features of Alamode. If you're not using Alamode, you need to check them out. Best thing to do is pick up the phone and call them. Talk to their sales representatives. It's 800 Alamode, or of course, you can reach them on the net at alamode.com. Finally, we are sponsored by Working RE Magazine. Working RE is also at these conferences quite a bit from a journalistic standpoint. I have an opportunity to associate with some great people over there, David and Isaac. And folks, if you're not signed up for their free email, you need to be. Go to workingre.com and just wait a few seconds. You'll have a little pop-up come up. Put your email in there, free of charge, and they will send you out on a pretty regular basis information about the appraisal industry that you will want to know more about. Again, it's Working RE Magazine. If you want to know more about what's happening with your profession, workingre.com. And welcome back to the program, folks. We are talking with Melissa Condolfi. She is with the Altair Group. She is the marketing director. We're talking, of course, about the upcoming Valuation Expo in Las Vegas, Nevada at the Flamingo. It'll be October 1, 2, and 3. October 1, 2, and 3. And Melissa, welcome back to the program. Thanks for taking time today.
Yeah, thank you.
This is super exciting. So you started talking a little bit about some of the cool things that are happening this year. And every year, the Valuation Expo is just a little bit different than it was before. You talked about the direct connection that the appraisers are going to have with both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. That's right, listeners. If you missed the first part of the program, go back and listen. You will have an opportunity to associate or talk with directly, make comments to Fannie and Freddie here at this conference. I think that's the only conference this year that's got that. So, that's what makes them stand out and be a little bit different. But let's talk a little bit more about the speakers, a little bit more about the breakout sessions. What can an attendee at the Valuation Expo expect this year?
So beyond the CE and the exhibitors on the trade show floor, we have a lot of fun networking opportunities for the appraisers. So Monday on October 1st, we have Vendors and Lenders Live, and that's a new session that we're offering. We're going to have the vendors present at Valuation Expo and some of the lenders do a 15-minute no pressure session. Again, you'll be able to engage with them directly, ask questions and answers. If you have been in a problematic situation and one of the resources is there for you, you can talk to them about it. And then we also on Monday roll into our trade show opening reception. So this is probably one of my favorite parts about Valuation Expo. It's a lot of fun for the new attendees to be able to meet new appraisers, open talk casually with the vendors, and really get to know what's going on in the industry.
Awesome. And one of the great things about the Valuation Expo is they put really smart people together, and they do these panel discussions. So a couple of the panel discussions that I saw coming up, and I think this is something that listeners are going to be interested in. You've got a complex properties panel, and this has three really smart people and a really dumb guy that's going to pretend like he knows what he's talking about. That would be Rick Langdon. Of course, he's not the dumb guy. He's one of the smart ones. Danny Wiley, Guy Hallman, and this guy named Dustin Harris is going to be on that panel. But you've also got, of course, the regulatory update, which I think is going to be super cool, and emerging technologies. One of my favorite panels of all time is the cool tools that are coming up. But talk to us a little bit about the keynote speaker, William Black.
So William Black, he has a lot of experience in the regulator industry. So he was a former regulator. He was around with the housing crisis, and he has a great knowledge, on blockchain and what appraisers can expect in the future for the industry. So he's really engaging. He's going to be a great source for appraisers to talk to. And I think he opens up a lot of opportunities and conversations that the appraisers might not normally have.
Okay, excellent. That's something very exciting, and I think people need to look forward to that as well. The other thing that is always exciting at the Valuation Expo, kind of a fun thing that you do, is the appraisal bee. Talk to us a little bit about that if people have not been in the past.
Yeah, the appraisal bee is definitely a blast. So it's kind of a bit of a scavenger hunt. You'll receive a card and you'll walk around the trade show floor. Once you're done talking with all the exhibitors, they'll give you a stamp. You drop it in the appraisal bee basket for a chance to win some really great prizes. We've given away iPads, gift cards, cash before, a TV, tickets to a show. You never know what's coming.
I got to pause here, Melissa, because you're just saying this like it's just a normal. I mean, this is when you say a TV, you're not talking a 13-inch black and white. I mean, I've seen the TVs they give away.
Yeah, it's a good TV. I was pretty jealous in Charleston when the wind walked away with that.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the prizes that the vendors and others give away there at the appraisal bee. That alone, folks, is worth going to. Number one, it's fun, but number two, even though there's hundreds of appraisers in attendance, and I want to stress that hundreds of appraisers that you have an opportunity to network with, relatively, there's very few ratio-wise that actually finish all of the appraisal bee stamp cards and put them in. So your chances of winning are actually pretty darn good. Now that I said that, it's going to be worse because everybody's going to jump in.
You have to be there to win too.
Yes.
So that adds a little bit more flexibility for the ones who are going to stick around, till the end on Wednesday.
Love it. Okay. Speaking of sticking around, one of the things we have not talked about, Melissa, is lodging. Let's say an appraiser wants to come. Okay, great. They're going to sign up for the conference, but where are they going to stay?
So on our website, valuationexpo.com, we do have a section on there for the hotel, which gives you some room block information and a pretty nice discount. So
really nice discount. Yeah. We're talking $87 a night.
Yeah, I think it's pretty low.
Yeah.
And the Flamingo recently just redid a lot of their rooms. So you're getting a pretty modern, nice room for a very affordable rate.
Yeah.
That room block goes until September 5th, though. So if you aren't on that, I would jump on it.
Yeah, this is going to air very close to that date. So, folks, you're going to have to jump on that fairly quickly. Again, you're going to want to go to, so is it valuationexpo.com?
That's right. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Valuationexpo.com is where you want to go. That's where you can also sign up for. Can you just do that directly from the website, or do you got to call the hotel?
You can do it directly from the website, or if someone feels more comfortable, they can call. The number is on that page.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, $87, folks. Trust me, you're going to want to stay in the hotel. I mean, there's lots of places to stay up and down the strip, and you could probably find a place that's maybe cheaper off strip, but I'm telling you, folks, it is super cool to be in the same hotel as where the conference is. You have an opportunity. Again, it's not just about the conference. I don't think we've stressed that enough, Melissa. It is about the networking, and a lot of that happens in the evenings. A lot of that happens at the breaks. A lot of that happens in the elevator on your way up to your room. It's worth staying in the hotel and being in the midst and rubbing shoulders with other appraisers.
100%. Valuation Expo is an entire experience.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Good way to put it. Okay. So speaking of an experience, and we kind of alluded to this earlier, I've been invited back to the Valuation Expo to be on the floor with this microphone to have an opportunity to talk to both vendors and appraisers and just chat with you, appraisers. So I would love to see you come out and be a part of it. And you guys are offering, as you have in the past, another great discount for the listeners of this program. Melissa, I'm going to turn it over to you to talk about that coupon code that they're going to want to write down.
Yes. So we are offering a 20% discount on any pass.
You said 2%, right? 2% discount?
20%.
What? 20%?
Oh, yeah. A nice chunk is coming off of that.
I love it. Okay, good.
And the code is COACH, COACH.
That's hard to remember. I don't think they can remember that. Coach? How are they going to remember that? Let's see. Okay, folks. Yeah, seriously, put the word coach in there. Listeners to this program, 20% off. That is awesome. And 20% off what? The food?
It is 20% off any pass. So full conference, trade show, and you can even add on that Appraisal Institute course and receive 20% off. That
is awesome. Awesome. Now, you brought up something inadvertently there that I want to touch on, because I think when appraisers go, and by the way, I highly recommend they just do the whole package, that they just go, they get the CE, they sit in the classes, they get, you'll have an opportunity to associate with the vendors and other appraisers. There's lots of time. There's lots of breaks. There's lots of lunching, out in the vendor floor. You will have, in other words, don't think that if you sign up for the CE or the classes that you're going to miss all of that. You're not. There's plenty of time for both. But let's say that somebody doesn't want the CE or doesn't really want to sit in the classes, or heaven forbid, doesn't even want to talk to Fannie or Freddie. There's other packages available, right?
Yes. So the full conference pass includes the CE courses, and that gives you access to the trade show floor. For those not interested in the CE, there is just the trade show pass. So that trade show pass gives you access to lenders and vendors live, the trade show floor, the opening reception, the appraisal bee, and of course the opportunity to network inside and outside of Valuation Expo.
Yeah, which is huge, huge. I mean, really, when you look at it, if you're coming just for the CE, there's probably other ways to get CE, folks. This, as Melissa pointed out, is a full experience, and it's awesome. If you've not been to one of these in the past, let's say you've been to another conference, or you've never been to any national conference before, folks, what are you waiting for? It is an amazing experience. Melissa Condolfi, thank you for joining. What did we forget? Is there anything else that we need to hit on?
I think we really touched on everything. I do just want to add that for those who feel they may not want to attend the CE or like doing CE, at home on their computers, I highly recommend attending these seminars. The speakers are very engaging. It's a lot of good information that you'll definitely be able to take away with you and prosper your business. Absolutely. I agree wholeheartedly. Again, I've been for years. Folks, it is the Valuation Expo. It is in the Flamingo in Las Vegas, October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. You can go to valuationexpo.com to learn more. Again, Melissa, thank you for joining us. Thank you. Folks, we will see you at the Valuation Expo. Thanks for joining me again today, and we'll catch you in just a few weeks at the Val Expo. Again, valuationexpo.com is where you're going to want to go to sign up, and we'll see you there.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.
Okay, can you hear me again?
Yes.
Oh, I can hear you now. Good. Okay. Yeah. Yes, it works. Okay, excellent. Sorry about that. That was weird. I didn't even do anything other than stop and restart. So, love computers. Okay. All right, good. So I think we're good to go. I'm going to go ahead and mute you, and we'll get started here.
All right.
Here we go.